So after they told us that they were going to send the results to the doctor in the walk-in clinic, we just came back to my place because, like I said, my brother Eric was looking after Shaylin. So we came back to my place and we waited a while. And so I decided to call the walk-in clinic and find out, if they had gotten the results and when we could expect them. So I called the walk-in clinic and they said, no, we haven't gotten anything yet. We'll call you when we know anything. So I gave them my house number. So we were just waiting around and, talking about how frustrating it was that, they had done the x-rays and we still haven't found anything out. And I also called the walk-in clinic because I wanted to know where we'd have to go if you needed a cast or a boot, and they said the hospital. So the hospital's in Kelowna, and we were like, okay, so he'll just stay here until we find out. So then I called my mom to let her know what was going on, and she said, I don't know, just like, maybe you should just take him to the hospital. Or to call again to find out if they'd be open on Saturday, if we didn't get the results today. So I was like, that's a great idea. I'll call and make sure they're open on Saturday. And so I called the walk-in clinic, and it was closed. And I knew the imaging place closed at 4:30. So I was like, well, I need to get some results. So I called the hospital to ask if they would have access to Sean's x-rays and if we'd be able to know if his foot's broken, because I'm like, if his foot's broken, he needs a cast, and he needed to know because he was supposed to work that day and he was also supposed to work the next 4 days. So he needed to know if, he should be on his foot because he couldn't put any weight on it. He was really in a lot of pain. So I called the hospital and they said, yeah, we'll have access to his x-rays. You can come in. So this was just after 5 o'clock. And my husband and I had decided that we'd go and see a movie tonight, because we don't get to get out a lot. And it seemed like a good time with, I could ask my friend to look after the girls, and Madison goes to bed at 6 o'clock, so, really early, and then Madison goes down very well. So I said, okay, because I was debating whether or not to stay with Sean at the hospital or just simply drop him off. And Sean asked me to stay there with him. So we went down to the hospital and basically waited around, we just wanted some results, and that was what was making the wait so frustrating. And then, like I said, I was planning on going to the movies, so I wanted to know as quick as possible. So I'm talking to Kevin and my mom this whole time, and we're just waiting for the doctor to come and look at the x-rays and tell us what to do. My mom showed up at 8 o'clock at the hospital because I said I wanted to be out of the hospital at that time to go to the movies. And we hadn't even seen the doctor yet. We had been there for 2 hours and we still hadn't seen the doctor. And so I left. I went to the movies with Kevin and, was just hoping that everything would work out for the best, because my mom had just worked all day and now she was sitting with my brother at the hospital, and then she had to work the next day. And so I was just like, I hope that it goes quickly. And so what ended up happening was after I had left, the doctor finally saw my brother, and he was getting a cast put on about 15 minutes after I'd left. So he did end up having a fractured foot and got a cast up to his knee. So I'm glad that I decided to take him in, even though I spent half my day doing medical stuff with him. And so that was my non-typical day.